would say the first market trend that's really coming to the fore now is a big focus on sustainability, corporate social responsibility, and the associated things like conservation and ecology as well. As that's coming more to the fore, we're seeing more of a demand in buildings to be more sustainable, using less resources as well. I'd say that was probably the larger, prominent first trend. The second major trend I see is a much larger focus for the human side of it, the human-centric focus. So we see keywords like frictionless buildings, but more than that is the need to provide a better indoor environment for employees to help productivity. It's no secret that one of the biggest problems in the UK is the productivity gap compared to the rest of Europe, and there's lots of things that we can do to reduce that gap. The first challenge for customers would be to find a master system integrator. One of the biggest challenges to the market has been the complexity with the number of different subcontractors involved, which adds very little value to an organisation buying the concepts. So first of all, find a master system integrator. And when you're looking at the business model for investment in your buildings, whether it's new or retrofit, take into account the human element as well. A big challenge for HR organisations within businesses is to get that right balance in a high performance workplace. Historically, in many cases, I would say that's been lost as people just focus on the initial upfront capital cost. So it's certainly all about the business model. I've been very fortunate enough to be able to attend the Smart Buildings show in Amsterdam in most years. Same recurring theme you see there from system integrators about the complicated nature of working in that market when there's so many different vendors working together to deliver smart buildings. That never seems to go away, but I think we can address that going forward through very good and efficient program management. From a technology side, that's more interesting. The rate of innovation is growing fast, but not as fast as it used to be. So the first tier and the second tier manufacturers, the technology or capability gap between them, the innovation, is somewhat reducing. Overall, there's growing external factors from sustainability, and I think a good example is Greta Thunberg from the Nordics and her big focus on sustainability. So we've got these external factors impacting manufacturers today, but then making sure we can deliver in a coherent way through efficient program management for our clients. The change in innovation is an interesting one. The technology is already here today in so many different ways, and that'll continue to grow and we can change things out in the future. But regarding innovation, the biggest focus I would say for smart buildings now is that we're moving away from a very short-term cost focus to longer impact for people who work in those buildings. So some of the technology and innovation we're seeing now is about being able to monitor carbon dioxide, volatile compounds, the impact of different types of lighting in the environment as well. And that can make such a differential improvement for a business and address some of the other social and economical challenges we see in the industry. And that's certainly a key focus for me looking forward. The major barriers for me that I see in the marketplace is new companies can create technology very fast, so much faster today than has ever been possible before. I think the biggest lag there is suitable business models to support it and probably enough vision to show the longer term benefits. So as technology comes to maturity, I think on an equal stepping we need to be looking at the net impact of the business model, not just for the organisation, but for the wider environment. That gives more compelling reasons for the decision makers, maybe CFOs, to actually invest in that right technology and get the benefit today, but be able to treat this as an operational cost model. As we're going through a long transformation process, it's become quite clear that the vastness of Capita, we have very individual business units that actually provide capabilities and technologies for all our clients across a greater life cycle than probably anybody else in the market, right from the consultancy to the delivery. This is almost like a serendipitous moment, because as we've discovered all these different capabilities, we're actually able to put them together in a very coherent way that adds that true value to the client. But it's a difficult journey, and I think clients have to embrace the long-term journey, and we are certainly waiting and ready to work with that with our clients.